It's a snow day. It is a snow day. Let me tell y'all, if you think snow days were cool when you were kids, they're even better when you have kids. Because you can drink and play in the snow and shit. Nobody can tell you how many cups of hot chocolate or cocoa you could have. There are no rules. I mean, there weren't really rules before, but now there's really no rules because you make the rules and you don't have to fucking make any. Oh, it's great. All right, so today we're talking some shit, man. I'm just kidding. We're talking about being moms, so I guess that is really talking shit, really. Today's episode is helped from Bullet Bourbon. So whiskey sour is my favorite drink ever, and I made a cranberry, orange, lemon concoction whiskey sour. I used my garlic mincer because I'm not a yuppie and don't have fancy juicing tools. And I had fresh ingredients. The ingredients are from Walmart, but I made it. It looks cool. It literally is so fucking good too. Put some cubage in here. Anyway, so today we're talking about being a mom. Being a mom is the most rewarding job. I still honestly don't feel like a mom, if that makes sense. I was always like the funny one in the group. And I don't feel like I am a mama. I'm actually a very good mom, but at least I like to hope. But I don't know, I don't feel like I'm that boss of the household, stoic, make sure mom doesn't see ya. I feel like my kids will be inviting me to the shit that they know they shouldn't be doing, which in a way I guess is good, and maybe they need more supervision. I don't know. I asked and had some conversations with some people about what this episode should be about, and I got a lot of my friends answering me, but also I got a bunch of just random people that follow me and stuff. They're talk about being a young mom, right? So I was a young mom. I had 2 kids by the age of 25 without stripping, so that's great. That's a plus. I met my husband on Tinder, so Tinder, sponsor me. Got lost there for a little bit. I gained a lot of weight with my first son, and then gained some more with my second, and I kind of felt like I lost myself, but in reality I don't really think I did. I just lost my vanity, and that I think helped me to find my true happiness and true self along the way even more. Before kids I lived a lot in vanity and shit like that, oh, I look good, I can do whatever I want, or my life is a mess, but I look great and I'm getting attention, so it doesn't matter. I didn't say it like that, but we all know what I'm talking about, Everyone has those points in their lives. I was always a loser in high school. I was always the bigger girl, the fat girl, the slow girl, shit like that. Always last to come into anything with running, right? Lost a bunch of weight one summer, lost 60 pounds. I lost a lot of weight, and I began to like what I saw in the mirror. Great, but everything else was fucking going to shit, and had a lot of battles going on with many things. I've never been one to super care. I was never full face of makeup, 10 pounds of makeup on my face go out, but if I didn't look good, I didn't want to be seen, and that's not how you should live, right? So with motherhood, gained a lot of weight, you don't have time for vanity in the beginning, right? So I didn't have it, and I felt really blah, all I am is a mom now, right? Which, unfortunately, in today's times, that should be appreciated. It should be not looked down upon. Oh, she's only a mom. Are you kidding me? That's an upgrade. I just got a promotion, okay, of life to be a mom. But unfortunately in today's social media and everything, you have to be a mom and you have to be everything else. And that's not the fucking case. Sorry. If you want to be other things, great, but it shouldn't be expected of you after your maternity leave time, right? And I fully believe now that I'm past it and I'm happy and, I feel fulfilled right now. My whole life there was just something that wasn't fulfilling or complete in my life. I've always felt like, and now I can finally say that I feel that. I feel fulfillment in my life. But because of this quote right here, finding yourself in motherhood, right? Falling back in love with your life is better than just falling back in love with yourself. So when you fall in love with your life, yourself is included in that. But so are 12, 15, 150 different things around you, right? Great, you fell back in life with yourself, but you have no idea what routine is with your baby. You don't know this, you don't know. There's so many other battles going around you. Then, okay, you fall back in love with, what you look like because you went to the gym every day and stuff, but what about everything else? Falling back in love with your life, to me, was so much more important because vanity and selfishness came last, right? When you worry about how you feel when you look in the mirror instead of how you feel when you look outside or at your kids or at your marriage or at your house or at your car or at your job or at your playground when your kids are playing. Those things are more important. When you watch your kids on the playground, now this really fucking happened. This is when I realized I'm actually happy, right? My kids, it was fall time, I think, or late August, and I was watching my kids play on the playground. Soft breeze. It was a cooler day, which is great because I'm chunky yet funky. I sweat a lot. And they were playing on the playground. My husband got home from work. He got the tractor out. He was going to give a little tractor ride to our oldest. The kids were happy just playing with each other on the playground. My husband came home, gave me a kiss, got the tractor. He was happy. The breeze came through. The pine trees started moving on the back hill here. We live in a valley. And it was so blissful. And I was so happy just being there in that moment. Didn't care what I was wearing, what I looked like, what cellulite is on my ass. Personally speaking, I could be a bodybuilder. My ass is so big, there's always going to be cellulite there. Okay? But I was just happy. I didn't care about the bullshit that society and media makes you feel like you need to care about right after you have a baby. I mean, mind you, my kids are 2 and 3 years old, but still. And that's why I think falling in love with your life is way more important than liking what you see in the mirror right away. Because you get so many girls that are struggling or feel incomplete or feel not enough because they don't snap right back after having a baby. If anyone tells you should snap right back after having a baby, you should snap your fucking hand and karate chop them in the throat. Or call me, I'll do it. I like confrontation, so. Anyways, what are some things you can do to fall back in love with your life? Things that I did were routine, right? Routine helps. About a year ago, I went on my little Canva app, which I love. And I, made a list of things. I divvied it up. I put times, what times I relatively want to get these tasks done in the morning. Made time for working out, made time for my peace, made time for the kids, everything, right? Routine helps so much because you don't realize how much time you actually have when you do things with time management. I used to be like, oh, there's not enough hours in the day to clean the house sometimes or certain rooms or blah, blah, blah. And then I did this routine. I got it, 4, 5, 6 months. I really got it down pat. I didn't even have to look at my list anymore. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I have so much time. I can do this and this and this. I'm going to do this at this time. Stuff like that. So routine helps, right? Getting ready sometimes also helps. Whatever that is for you. If that means doing the laundry, putting it all away that night, and having a clean room to get ready, to get dressed in the next morning. That's honestly getting ready for me. I love having a organized bedroom to get dressed in because it's very refreshing. And then I get out the bedroom door, get the kids, and get in the car. Having a clean car is not possible for someone with a toddler or 2. I found 4-month-old rock hard chicken nuggets in the car seat the other day, and I threw it on the ground, and then my dog ate it. So there's that. You can have tidy shit with toddlers. It's 100% possible, right? I never thought it was until I started getting my shit together. But getting ready sometimes, throwing some mascara on for me and a little Sephora lip gloss. And when I say Sephora, I mean Dollar General. That helps me personally. I'm not really a big makeup person. To be honest with you, I do the same makeup routine when I wear makeup that I did in the 6th grade. So that's telling you that I have no clue what I'm doing, but it's fine. I'm pretty, so I can't really fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, also, reserving time with friends, I think, is incredibly important. Alone time is important, yes. Everybody likes their peace. I had some peace this morning. Everyone was asleep. I cleaned the kitchen, did some dishes, and I sat there, and I couldn't believe wasn't a sound in my house. No toddlers climbing all over me. My husband was sleeping still. The dog was just sitting next to me. I felt like I was on an all-inclusive vacation in Bora Bora. It was amazing. It was the best 10 minutes of my life. And so, yeah. But reserving time with friends, girlfriends, come over. Like, honestly, I've never wanted to join a book club more than in my wave of life right now. I think a book club would be fucking fantastic. It's so much fun. Especially if there was Budweiser involved, you know? Or this drink, because this is really fucking good, too. Reserve time for yourself, but also you need, especially being a stay-at-home mom. I am a stay-at-home mom. I coach lacrosse in the spring, but other than that, I'm kind of here with the little dudes all day. And sometimes I'm just like, I just want to go to the gas station and talk to someone and say thank you for my gum and leave. Like, I just need social interaction. My husband goes to work every day, so even though he doesn't like to go to work all the time, that's still some social interaction. People don't get that. They're like, oh, well, you don't have to work, blah, blah, blah. First of all, for anyone that says stay-at-home mom life is not a job, take that hand out with the karate chop again and just, you know what, don't put the hand away. Just keep it out, keep it ready, keep it up. Because we're chopping bitches all day long for saying stupid shit. Another important thing that helped me find my peace so I could fall back in love with my life again is cutting necessary drama and toxicity out, right? I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it's fine. Y'all get it. I had a friend she was my best friend from 7th or 8th grade, right? She was a dick. She was an asshole. She was manipulative. She was just honestly, bottom line, a bully. And I saw it sometimes, but I kind of put up with it because, I don't know, that's kind of what kids that feel like they don't have anyone else does or do. And I put up with it for a long time. When I got pregnant, she made fun of me. When I said I was marrying my husband in court after 2 months of meeting him and becoming pregnant, she laughed at me. All right, in her defense, I would have laughed too. It was very fast, but we've been married for almost 5 years, so fuck it. But when I just said to her, she asked me if I was gonna keep the baby, and I said yeah, whether I stay with him or not, I'm becoming a mom. Mamacita Carlita, you know what I'm saying? She told me I shouldn't. She told me then, after being with my husband for almost 2 years, or for almost a year, she told me she didn't like him because she didn't like his vibe. Just bullshit, right? I told her, after she told me, was talking shit about my child, essentially, after his first birthday, I told her, fuck you, get fucked, goodbye, and I blocked her on everything. Haven't spoken to her since. And karma's a bitch. And I have been, without that one person in my life that I feel like gave me a lot more toxic energy than I knew at the time. Without that one person in my life, I have been so much happier. I don't have to worry about what a certain person's thinking of me, who they're going to tell, what they're saying, blah, 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 blah. Cut them off. If somebody, there's exceptions, but if somebody is just, realistically speaking, she was just projecting insecurity and jealousy, but I don't have time for that. If you can't get over shit, or you stay insecure or jealous towards what you would call your best friend for more than almost 10 years, bye. I don't have time for that shit. Get the fuck over. Go to therapy. Figure yourself out, okay? So that's what I did. And there's other people, family members I've even had to cut off, even slight communication. The family members you see once a year, say hello. I don't even do that shit anymore because I don't have to. I don't have to be fake. I don't like being fake. When I am fake, I get into like slumps, right? And it's draining. It's more draining being fake than it is just to smile all day. If somebody is taking all your energy, don't let them come around. Because as a mom, energy is so rare. It's so fucking rare. Stop living or doing something also thinking vanity will cure emptiness. When you become a mom, honestly, I know people that have like 10-year-olds and it hits them like that after 10 years. That emptiness feeling, like you're not fulfilled, right? You're not fulfilled because you don't love everything in your life. And you're never going to love absolutely everything, but you'll be able to weave through and decipher, your path better when you love important aspects of your life. And vanity is not one of them. Don't get me wrong. I take selfies. I post selfies on my Instagram, right? I know I'm pretty. It's not really, I guess, everyone, if you post a selfie, essentially it is for attention, yeah, but there's different kind of attentions, right, when you post things. Like I post pictures of like everything we do, not everything, but a lot of stuff we do as a family on Facebook, so family that doesn't live around here can see. But like on Instagram is the killer. I post selfies on Instagram, right? If I'm having a good hair day, blah, 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 if I'm feeling myself. But like I said, two different kind of energies. There's, the energy where you're feeling yourself and, whatever, respectfully. But there's sexual attention. There's regular attention. There's sexual attention. The girls that post, that have like 2 or 3 kids married and posting their titties and ass on Facebook, please stop. Your kid is not thinking feminism, body positive. My mom is not scared to be in her own skin. Your 12-year-old son is getting made fun of at school because their mom is posting basically nudes on Facebook. That's what's happening. Not anything that their brains don't think like that, right? More power to you. If you look good, you look good, but why are you looking for sexual attention? What is not being fulfilled outside of the social media? Maybe you just gotta get laid by your husband or your boyfriend or something. Maybe you gotta have a talk saying, listen, I don't like whatever you're doing. You gotta stop doing it. Can we work on something else? Whatever you gotta do. Stop putting your titties and ass on Facebook, because your kids are gonna grow up and get social media and they're gonna see all this shit. And some of it'll be like, oh, my mom or my grandma was cool. Look at this. But some of it's not. And if you have a brain, you can tell which one is which. Truly fall in love with your new self again, you have to be selfless, which means the vanity shit and all that. But you have to stop worrying about, oh, I used to be into this. I used to ride horses every fucking day. I went to school for horses. I rode my family's horses every single day, right? I basically lived on the farm. And well, at one point I did live on the farm. And that's always been my thing when I need to get away. Go ride the horse, go on a trail ride or go over the hill, whatever. When I moved 2 hours away and had a child and got married, I didn't have any of that here. I wasn't thinking, oh, I gotta waste money and buy a horse so I can be happy again. Or I gotta go find a horse to ride and pay somebody to go ride a horse. No, you find new ways. There are things, whether you had a kid or not, that you're gonna find that you love all throughout the ages of life, because life does get better with age. You might be 45, got a fiance still, no kids, you travel a lot, you got a good job. You might never skied before, but you might go to a ski lodge one day for a birthday party, try it for the first time. You're miraculously a skier. You want to ski all the time. You go on trips, you go skiing. You can fall in love with things at any stage of life. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to always love horses, and when I can afford one again for my boys or myself, then I'll do that. But there are other things. I've gotten into hunting since meeting my husband. That one is just amazing. You get to provide for your family, and as a stay-at-home mom, that's important because I don't get to feel like that a lot. As a stay-at-home mom, that's important because I don't get to feel like that a lot. And I get out in the woods with some peace and quiet, or teaching my boys stuff out in the woods. hunting for me is very fulfilling as an individual. That's what I chose to fall in love with, and there's other things too, but you get what I'm saying. Basically, you gotta trust as a new mom, or just you might have a 14-year-old somewhere right now, and you're feeling like there's nothing left you can get, or nothing else or left that you can give. There always is. You just have to let the universe give it to you, right? You gotta be open to it. Go outside and just fucking sit outside and watch the wind for a while. And that's what I used to do when I used to feel like I was getting into my depressive, slump. I just go outside. Get out of those fucking thoughts, those negative thoughts, those demons, and get outside. Find God again. If it's not God, there's plenty of faith to go around. Having faith does not always involve God, right? Find some faith again. It's the will, and you gotta. When you have kids, you no longer live for yourself, right? Even when you become a grandparent, it's incredibly important to be selfless as a parent. And I hate when people are like, "Oh, be selfish as a mom. Go get a pedicure, mani-pedi, do a face mask." That's not being selfish doing those things. That's taking care of yourself. That's doing things you like to do. It's not being selfish. You're going out and you're giving those kind of things more attention and love than giving your own child. That's when it becomes a problem. There's always got to be a balance to everything, right? And that's important. Routine, balance, fall in love with your life, not your reflection. Again, chances are it will take you years to fall back in love with your reflection because it takes hard fucking work. So you know what? If you're a mom, if you're a stay-at-home mom, single mom, co-parenting mom, any fucking kind of mom, give yourself some peace, give yourself some time, give yourself some fucking grace, right? Pour a drink. If you don't drink, get some water, whatever you do drink, and sit down and just be proud of where you are in this moment because that's all that matters. I'm Carly, and this is Better with Age, y'all.